today. From SoFi Stadium in Inglewood, California, it's Week 15 of the NFL on EA Sports. Stafford and the Los Angeles Rams taking on Jacoby Brissett and the Washington Commanders.
This is the city, Los Angeles, California. That's where we are for this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Today on to Week 15 in the NFL, and we've got a good matchup in store, as it'll be the Washington Commanders taking on the Los Angeles Rams. Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you look at this Rams team as they interplay. It's late in the year. We all know it. We've seen the calendar for these guys. Their bodies could probably use a break, but they have to... The byes are over. It's now a 4-week sprint to the finish, and we are underway here in Week 15. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. So here are the Rams set to go to work on offense. And they're led by a man who topped the 50,000-yard mark in passing for his career a season ago. In year 15 now, here's Matthew Stafford.
I loved his quote during the week. If I were a defensive back, I would have wanted to play against me last week as well. He's trying to eliminate those turnovers, those interceptions, and get back on the positive side of the ledger throwing touchdown passes.
Yeah, had 4 of those picks, led to the loss. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground. 2nd and 10. To throw is Stafford. Complete. It's Johnson. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. So the assignment, a tough one here for this defense. You've got a quarterback ranked in the top 5 in passing yards. What do they need to do to try to keep him under wraps?
Well, they didn't sleep a whole lot getting ready for this one. I can guarantee you there's just so much to combat. But I think they're going to zero in on taking away his top target. Double, triple him if they have to make the other guys rise up and try and beat them. They'll feel a whole lot better if those guys win in the routes instead of their number 1 guy.
Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on 3rd.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now the first carry for Cam A. And the ball is knocked out. And it's Washington. Look at this. Middle of the field. A breakaway. And he gets it back into the end zone. It's a fumble recovery leading to a Washington touchdown. So the defense forces the fumble. They get the score. And a guy on defense becoming offensive there, Charles.
And you know they love that. Any guy on defense loves to pick up the ball and have it in his hands and try and score himself. In this case, that's exactly what happened.
He'll be singing in the shower post-game. Joey Sly on for the extra point. It's good, and Washington will take a 7-0 lead. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there. Grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. As the Rams offense comes back out, here is the NFC playoff picture coming into the weekend. As we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get stouter up front. And as a GM always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy league, and big people always end up winning games for you.
Now Stafford looking for Johnson, and it's intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller.
And he will bring this one back. An interception return for a Commanders touchdown.
So this defense doubling its pleasure there. Remember, they had the fumble return for a score earlier in the game, and now this time an interception return for another score.
Slide for the PAT.
And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick six. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
Taking it about the 1. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. Now the Rams offense getting the football back.
And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis.
They'll begin on the ground with Akers. And he'll get this up just shy of the 30.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30.
Going right back to Akers. Now he's loose down the left sideline. Inside the 20.
Touchdown, L.A.
Cam Akers with his 6th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Rams are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6.
And with his speed, if he just finds the slightest crease, he can take it the distance like he did there.
How about the leverage up front? Offensive line out-leveraging the defensive front to create that space, that crease that he was looking for. And once he hits open field, he's going to be very difficult to catch and corral.
On is Mason Crosby for the point after.
The NFL Madden League Season 222023 Week 1-5 games and highlights will be coming up next on Ghost International Sports Showdown 2023.
75 yards later, into the end zone. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away.
And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The Commanders' offense set to go to work, and they're led by the veteran who's bounced around a bit in season number 8 now. It's Jacoby Brissett.
And if you go by the numbers, he's had a Pro Bowl type season. And maybe
The
that's
NFL
even
Madden League Season 222023 Week 1-5 matchup is now live streaming on Goats International Sports Showdown 2023.
At a very high level.
Brissett to throw on first. And the Rams got him. They bring him down.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. Well, the very first thing they told us, Charles, was we need to apply pressure early, and I would call that early pressure a nice sack to start the game.
And on the other sideline, I just have this image in my mind of the head coach on the headset with the offensive coordinator, asking him if that's exactly what he saw in his
Washington Commanders 5-8 Los Angeles Rams 5-8.
Is it going to be like this all day? That's a tough one right there.
A second down throw for Brissett.
Got this complete to Jahan Dotson. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line. Tough spot here. 3rd down and 11. Brissett. He's going to drop this one down to Gibson. And this play going to be stopped in its tracks at the 32, and obviously well short of the 1st down. That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a 4th down.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
So on 4th down, Washington going to call on Tress Way to punt it away. Yards on the punt, 2 on the return, and the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. L.A. set to take over again on offense. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways, because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Calling a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Stafford. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. It's a 42-yard punt. They keep him to just a yard on the return. And the Commanders will take over with a 1st and 10. Now Washington going to retake the field for drive number 2. And they were winners the last time they took the field, which was 2 weeks ago. They had the open week last week, so this is a squad that should be really refreshed and ready to roll.
I would agree, because when you get that open week after a victory, it does wonders for everyone. Obviously, your body, get a chance to heal up, but your mind as well. You feel good about winning, so now you can get away from it for a few days, put down the playbook, turn off the film. Just be you. Enjoy that time away, and then you come back ready to go.
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down.
That turns into a very well-orchestrated play right there. Going to work his way out of the backfield to the right, and after he looked it in, he found plenty of space to roam and picked up big yardage.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Throwing, Brissett. This one complete to Curtis Samuel. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Under a minute to go. Clock running and a back-and-forth 1st quarter of play. On 1st and 10, it's Gibson. And he's going to be stacked up right at the line of scrimmage. Nothing there for him. 2nd down. Now Brissett. This pass hauled in by Dotson. And out of bounds right around the 20. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. Washington with the football here to begin quarter number 2. Here's 3rd and 6. As they've got it as we resume action.
On third down, Brissett.
Able to find the open man. That's complete.
And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
To throw, Brissett. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sacked back around the 8. Aaron Donald in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year.
Well, there's still time to rectify this situation, because the silver lining, they took a sack on 1st and goal. But that close to the goal line, that still definitely hurts.
It's 2nd and goal, back to the 8-yard line now. Now a first carry here for Robinson.
And he's in. Touchdown, Commanders. His 5th rushing touchdown on the year, number 7 overall. And the Commanders go up by 2 touchdowns. Well, he finishes off the drive with a touchdown run, Charles. Remember, he also had a catch on this drive as well.
And that's what running backs want to be in today's NFL, a complete back. 3 downs, stay on the field, run it, and catch it. And he gets it done.
Now Joey Sly for the point after.
It's good, and it is now 21-7. So that drive goes 8 plays.
And it was capped off by the touchdown run for Brian Robinson. Kick team out there for the Commanders as they send this one away. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles.
And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. It was a quick 3 and out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
They'll set up the screen here to Akers.
And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
You know what the key to a good screen pass is, don't you?
But you're going to tell me good blocking?
Well, good blocking eventually. But first, it's good acting. You want to let the defenders go past you, leak out to whichever side or even in the middle where you want to set up the screen, and then you do your blocking. How about the read, though, by the defensive guys? They weren't fooled at all and actually ran with the lineman to where the play was and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
Here's Stafford now on 2nd down. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives him a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Rams 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
When you're struggling on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you're doing like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
Throwing again is Stafford.
That's out to the flat for Akers.
That'll go for a gain of 7, and that'll bring up 2nd down. From the 50, it's Stafford.
Short throw, it's Higbee.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Play action, Stafford. That'll be caught. It's Cup. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays.
That reception, his 600th NFL catch. Congratulations. Quite the accomplishment.
From the red zone now, Stafford. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32.
Chase Young able to run him down for a loss of 12 that time.
Well, that's a big defensive stop there, and it takes away a lot of the momentum from the offense coming off that big completion the prior snap. Give big credit to the defense for bouncing back.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Here's Stafford. That's caught. It's Demarcus Robinson. That was the 8th play of the drive, so a somewhat fitting pickup of 8 yards. 9th play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long.
And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
Now Mason Crosby on for the field goal. From the right hash, it's a 41-yard attempt. The kick by Crosby is good, and that will get the disadvantage now back down to 11.
So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps them inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
And able to get this out to the 25. And the Washington offense going back to work.
And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around.
That's to about the 28. 2nd down coming up.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Brissett now.
That's out to the flat for Gibson.
And some room to maneuver. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11.
1:55 left to go in the first half of play.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a 1st down in the red zone. Brissett sets to throw it.
And a dangerous throw there, incomplete. He threw that into coverage. It was nearly intercepted.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make 2nd down, 2nd and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They've become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
Sly able to put this one through.
And the lead grows to 14 at 24-10.
So a long drive gets them down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
The Rams ready to go on offense. Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, and this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Back to throw, Stafford.
Pass complete to Akers on the out route.
The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. Now a first down throw, Stafford. This is caught by Robinson. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second. So that means they're down to one remaining here as we head toward halftime. Again, it's Stafford.
Looking underneath, he's got Akers.
And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. On first down, it's Stafford. And the catch made by Johnson. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. The Rams going to be forced to use their third and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Now Stafford.
That's into the hands of Akers, complete. Oh, he's brought down. And remember here, no timeouts left. They got to get to the line quick.
So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we send you cross-country to Orlando, Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report.
Okay, Brandon, time for a sprint to the finish, as it's time to get you caught up with what's happening around the NFL here in a pivotal Week 15. We'll start up in the Pacific Northwest at Lumen Field in Seattle. And as they come towards halftime, it's the Eagles who have the lead in that one. Jalen Hurts has thrown a touchdown pass. From there, we head down to the desert. Check on the Cardinals at home in Glendale. And that game is tied as they take on the visiting 49ers. Finally, let's get down to the Bayou to check on the Saints at home at the Caesars Superdome. And they were winners in that one over the visiting New York Giants. Derek Carr leading the way there as the win gets his guys back to 500 on the year. In our game is Jacoby Brissett, who's led the way on offense in the first half. His guys have a 2-touchdown lead as we hand it back over to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3.
So Washington in a good spot. They've got the lead. They will get the football as the second half gets underway. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Washington offense ready to go to begin the third quarter. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner,
yeah, they went into the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
Short throw there, caught by Thomas.
70th catch for him on the year, and like so many others, this goes for a first down. Here's Brissett.
This one left side caught by Gibson.
And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Second down and a little more than a yard here. A handoff running left is Gibson.
And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. From the shotgun, it's Brissett.
And that'll be complete to the running back, Gibson.
And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8.
It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together, when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do. And that's the reason why. What we just saw, shedding those tackles, and that's what they're used to doing.
It is, and it starts at the beginning of the play. One-on-one matchup if someone's trying to cover them, but they also like those one-on-ones downfield after the catch when they're running with the ball. They think they're going to win those too.
A give up the middle to Gibson.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Straight ahead, it's Robinson.
And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. 12 yards is the pickup, and it's good for a Washington 1st down.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. Inside 4 minutes to go, 3rd quarter.
First and 10, it's Patterson.
And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. They'll try to throw now. Brissett. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30.
Kaiser White, the former safety, gets the sack.
They've gobbled up over 30 yards of turf so far, but a sack knocks them backwards. And that interrupts the momentum they were building. Good opportunity for the defense to escape this drive before they get to the end zone.
They need 18 yards here on 3rd down.
Brissett.
Oh, it's intercepted. A drive killer there.
Picked off by Akello Witherspoon.
So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the 3rd quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this 3rd quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
Now the attention turns back to the Rams offense as they get ready for their first possession of the 2nd half.
Now they just got a little help from their defense forcing the turnover. Now can they make that pay off in points?
They need to, partner. They're down on the scoreboard. Need to take advantage of those opportunities, and this is a good one right in front of them.
And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line.
But not many guys who can blow up plays like Chase Young. He did it again there.
But these guys are going to chop into that deficit. They're going to have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the 1st down run goes backwards. Throwing is Stafford. Open man, Higbee, the tight end. And he'll be out of bounds right around the 14. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And 3rd and 8 now.
Well, that's always a good place to throw it just because he's one of the biggest targets not only on this team but in the National Football League.
And you and I both know the quarterbacks love these large-bodied tight ends, and why not? Nowadays, they're really wide receivers who are just taller and have a little bit more weight. These guys catch.
Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller, and his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line.
Well, that one was in the air for an agonizingly long time.
Just begging to be picked off, wasn't it? It's one thing if you're throwing a ball like that, trying to throw someone open or lead them into an area. But that ball needed to be thrown with a lot more conviction. As a result, it's an easy interception.
Washington ready to try again on offense. And they'll have good field position here following the interception and a chance to build on their lead as they start with a 1st and 10.
On 1st and 10, Brissett.
And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10. They run the toss now with Gibson.
And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. You know what the converse is, though? You've got to win those one-on-one blocks, and when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
They need 12 here. It's 3rd down.
From the gun, here's Brissett. Short throw to the tight end, Thomas. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll be 4th down.
Coaches always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end. Let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
From here, this would have been a 48-yarder, but no, they're going to go for it. Here's Brissett.
He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have a Washington 1st down. They didn't get a lot, but they do convert on 4th. Robinson up the middle.
And he'll get it down this time to the 17. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close.
You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
An ideal spot here to get a 1st down and try to run some more clock. And this is 2nd and less than a yard. To throw is Brissett. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked up by Kaiser White.
And the Rams are right back in this football game.
2-score game here in the 4th, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a 2-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on it and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
Stafford and the Rams come up 1st and 10.
At their own 18. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. A good convergence there defensively. Only a yard, and it's 2nd down. Here's Stafford.
The throw here right sideline falls incomplete.
The offense on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 9. Now it's Stafford. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. Desperation time for Stafford on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. No luck for the Rams as they fail here on 4th down. And boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20.
Brissett. This to McLaurin out on the left side. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
Ball resting on the 10-yard line. It's 2nd and 1.
Now back to throw.
He's got it. Touchdown. Antonio Gibson.
His 4th touchdown on the year.
And the Commanders are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead. Well, this, of course, set up by the stop a moment ago on 4th down. And now that might be the score that puts this one officially out of reach.
And it's a tough one because your hands are tied when you're losing in the 4th quarter because you know you've got to make something happen. They couldn't pick up the 1st down. And after that, the air just went right out of the balloon. And you knew you were looking at a defeated team.
Extra point by Sly is up and good.
And the lead now to 3 touchdowns in 21.
Washington kick team back out there now as they will send this one away. This taken in right around the goal line. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
And as this offense makes their way back out, NFC playoff race time, we give you a look at what's going on there.
Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
5th catch of the game for him there.
Yeah, and the tight end position is now becoming a volume pass catcher. Used to be occasional, right? Safety valve. Throw one to him every so often, but mainly they want him out there to block. Nowadays, an integral part of the passing game, and they create such great mismatches that they often become the leading receiver.
Stafford looks to throw again. This one hauled in, and again it's Robinson. 50 catches for him now on the year, and he's got a 1st down. To throw is Stafford. Fighting to stay upright. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
Multiple defenders getting to him there for a huge loss.
Got to give him points for the attempt, but there's just a wave of pressure there. A host of people in the area. Evades a few, but couldn't evade all of them.
Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long. Stafford now to throw.
A short throw taken in by Long.
That's a gain of 4 as we slip inside of 4 minutes left in regulation. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Now Stafford. And that will be incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
And unable to break away, they stop him a few yards shy. No luck for the Rams as they fail here on 4th down. And it'll be a turnover on downs. So they've gone for it twice now on 4th down in this game, and both times unsuccessful.
I wish we could hear the headsets now between the head coach and the offensive coordinator. Now that they're 0 for 2, if they get into a 3rd situation, head coach might say, hey, you got anything for this one? Might get radio silence back.
The Washington offense back out there. And it would appear that the open week a week ago came just at the right time as they have dominated the proceedings here into this 4th quarter. Here's Gibson to start the drive.
And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
Once more, Gibson. And only a couple for him there as the tackle is made at the 42.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. And he'll get this up near midfield, but that's still a few yards shy of the first down. So it's Washington with the football here as we welcome you back.
They've got a fourth down here in a game that looks to have been decided already. And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away. And did they keep it in? They did. They kept it in. It's down close to the goal line at the 1-yard line. Amazing. Perfectly placed. If that ball goes one extra yard, maybe not even an extra yard, the starting point is the 20.
So there is a reason that a lot of punters are also excellent golfers. They know distance control. You know what else they have? Same groove motion over and over. Once they have that down, it repeats under pressure.
From the end zone, Stafford.
Throw right side into the hands of the tight end Long.
And he's able to get this across the 10 before being taken down. Now they got to get to the line quickly. On 1st and 10, Stafford. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
On Stafford for the third time is intercepted. And he will bring this one back. An interception return for a Commanders touchdown.
Well, there's just about a minute left in this game, and they're still taking it into the end zone. And you know they could have taken a knee there, but they decided to play this one all the way out. And I think their philosophy is, we're going to give you everything we've got. If we just go ahead and take a knee now, we're actually showing you disrespect that way, like taking pity on you. They're not about to do that to their opponent.
Sly on for the extra point.
And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line. So bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards. The LA offense ready for this next possession. CD, it's all window dressing at this point. I mean, the best they can do is in the game with a nice drive to maybe build some momentum to move forward into their next contest.
Yeah, and with how lopsided this game has been, even one score might not do a lot of cosmetic good on the scoreboard, partner, because it's just about looking forward at this point. Get a touchdown here, give yourself some positive momentum and reps to focus on when you get back to practice in the next couple of days.
Second down and a yard.
Stafford. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
That was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? Second and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10.
Meanwhile, Stafford's throw pulled in by Robinson here.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
So it was already a gain on the completion, but tack on some more with that penalty.
Absolutely, and no matter what angle you're making the tackle from, you can't grab the face mask, and that's just putting your defense on its heels just a little bit more.
So the penalty yards marched off on the face mask. Here's 1st and 10. Stafford. Hit as he throws. He lost the football. It's loose.
And now this ball picked up by the offense. But here in the final 2 minutes of the game, this will be blown dead. Only the fumbler can advance the football. So this will go back to the spot of the fumble itself.
To the air again, Stafford. Johnson's got it complete. The Rams going to be forced to use their third and final timeout as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock.
A tough spot here, 3rd and 15.
They'll look to throw again.
Again, it's Johnson. And he'll be taken down well before the first at about the 36-yard line. So give him the yardage on the completion and also tack on 15 more.
If you give that hand up there, you've got to let go immediately or just not close the hand at all. He didn't, gave it a tug, and that was easy for the officials to see.
On first down, Stafford here. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Throwing again at Stafford.
And this one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football. Nearly a 4th pick of the ball game.
Here comes the 7th play now of this drive as this is 3rd and 10. One last throw here for Stafford. And that will be incomplete. They were going for a consolation TD, but it was not to be. And time has run out now on this game.
So it's Washington getting the victory here.
And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So for the Commanders, their battle to finish above 500 gets a slight lift as they move to 6-8 on the year.
Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
The NFL Madden League Season 222023 Week 1-5 matchup will be coming up next on GOAT's International Sports Showdown 2023. Week 1-5 Baltimore Ravens 1-0-3 Jacksonville Jaguars 8-5.